In the Timaeus, Plato inquires into the primordial origin from which all things come. In what must be one of the most intriguing passages in his oeuvre, Plato struggles to identify the fundamental condition of possibility of there being a world. He calls this Khôra, a virtually untranslatable term referring to a kind of placeless place from which everything that is derives. Deploying a number of elusive metaphors, nurse, mother, a perfume base, space, winnowing, sieve, receptacle, Plato acknowledges how Khôra challenges our normal categories of rational understanding. He suggests that we might best approach it through a kind of dream consciousness. As soon as he tries to put words on this unnameable stuff, Plato thus finds himself engaged in what we may call a hermeneutic poetics. He attempts to define Khôra as follows. It is the receptacle and, as it were, the nurse of all becoming and change. Anything that is to receive in itself every kind of character must be devoid of all character. Manufacturers of scent contrive the same initial conditions when they make liquids which are to receive the scent as odorless as possible. In the same way, that which is going to receive properly and uniformly all the likenesses of the intelligible and eternal thing must itself be devoid of all character. Therefore, we must not call the mother and receptacle of visible and sensible things either earth or air or fire or water. But we shall not be wrong if we describe it as invisible and formless, all-embracing, possessed in a most puzzling way of intelligibility, yes, very hard to grasp. Timaeus, verses 49 through 51. Plato concludes this dense text by claiming that the Khôra is a space which is eternal and indestructible, which provides a position for everything that comes to be, and which is apprehended without the senses by a sort of spurious reasoning, and so is hard to believe in. We look at it indeed in a kind of dream. Timaeus, verse 52. But exactly what does Plato mean by this amorphous space which precedes all that appears in our world? Is it being? Is it God? Or both? Or before both? And which discipline is most adequate to address this elusive X? Cosmology, ontology, psychology? These are the sorts of questions which have been exorcising a number of thinkers.